Penguins. Penguins by Bobby Kalman, Crabtree Publishing Company. Here is the table of contents. What is in this book? What are penguins? Many penguins, the penguin family tree, a penguin's body, penguin homes, hunters and hunted, in the water, moving on land, staying warm, keeping cool, rookeries, mating, baby penguins, growing up, penguin facts, words to know and index, what is in the picture. The corresponding page numbers are to the right of each of the sections I just read. What are penguins? Penguins may not look like other birds, but they are birds. Like all birds, penguins are covered with feathers. They are warm-blooded, which means their body stays the same temperature no matter how warm or cold their surroundings are. All birds, including penguins, hatch from eggs. Many penguins. Penguins have different shapes and colors. Some penguins have only black and white feathers. Others, such as the emperor penguin on the left, have brightly colored patches of feathers. Special head markings help penguins recognize other members of their species. Some penguins, such as this rockhopper, have long crests of feathers on top of their head. Some crests are yellow and others are orange. Penguins also differ in size. The largest is the emperor penguin, which is about 120 centimeters, 4 feet, tall. The smallest is the little blue penguin. It is the size of a duck. All the way to the left, the caption under the picture on the left says, the most common penguins, adelies, are only black and white. Yellow-eyed penguins are the only penguins with a golden crown. Magellanic penguins have black and white stripes on their chests. Little blue penguins have feathers that look more blue than black. The penguin family tree. There are 18 types of penguins. Scientists have divided these penguins into 6 groups. Some penguins look similar. Can you see the differences? Scientists believe that the penguin's closest living relatives are seabirds such as the albatross and shearwater. We have the albatross, shearwater in the lower left-hand corner, left to right. We have emperor, king, yellow-eyed. On the top of the next page, it says crested penguins, and you can see the grouping. The first one is macaroni. The second one, erect crested. Then we have the rockhopper, fiordland, royal, and snares. The next group is the brush-tail penguins. And we have the chinstrap, adelie, gentoo. Directly to the left of that, we see the fairy penguins, which show as little blue and white flippered. And then at the bottom, we have the banded penguins, the Galapagos, black-footed, Magellanic, and Humboldt. A penguin's body. Penguins have a very poor sense of smell. Scientists think that penguins can see better underwater than they can on land. A penguin's smooth, streamlined body helps it travel quickly through the water. Most birds have hollow bones to help them fly, but a penguin has solid bones that allow it to dive into water. A penguin uses its razor-sharp beak to fight off enemies. A penguin has fleshy spikes on its tongue and inside its mouth to help it hold on to its slippery food. Millions of years ago, a penguin's flippers were wings, but now they are shaped like paddles for swimming. A penguin has a preen gland near its tail. The preen gland makes the oil that the penguin uses to waterproof its feathers. After each swim, the penguin preens. It uses its beak to arrange its feathers and spread oil through them. A penguin's feathers are short and stiff. Once a year, old feathers fall out as new ones grow. This change is called molting. It takes several weeks for a penguin to molt. Penguin homes. Penguins live on the coasts of Antarctica, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Chile, Peru, and the Galapagos Islands. All these places are south of the equator. Penguin homes or habitats differ. Some are cool places where trees and plants grow. Others are warm, dry areas. Many penguins live in Antarctica, where the land is always covered in ice and snow. Penguins do not live in the Arctic. Penguins spend more than half their lives in the oceans around their habitats. They enjoy swimming in these oceans because the water is always cool or cold. Hunters and hunted. Penguins are carnivores. They eat animals such as squid, fish, and krill. They dive for their prey and grab it with their sharp beaks. A penguin's mouth, throat, and stomach stretch, allowing it to swallow its prey whole. A penguin can swallow prey that is almost as big as itself. Penguins are hunters, but they are also hunted by other animals. Birds, such as skuas, sheathbills, and gulls, snatch penguin eggs and babies from their nests. These birds also kill weak or old penguins. An adult penguin's enemies include orcas, sea lions, and leopard seals. Leopard seals are such good hunters that penguins will not go into the water if they see one nearby. In the water. Penguins cannot fly, but they do flap their flippers underwater as other birds flap their wings in the air. As they swim, penguins steer with their feet and tail. Penguins can swim very quickly. When penguins swim long distances, they shoot out of the water, take in air, and dive under again. This leaping is called porpoising. Penguins are able to hold their breath underwater for a long time. Emperor penguins can hold their breath for up to 20 minutes. A penguin's black and white coloring is called countershading. Countershading helps camouflage penguins in the water. An enemy swimming beneath a penguin cannot see its white belly against the bright sky above. An enemy swimming above a penguin cannot see its black back against the dark water below. Moving on land. Because their bodies are designed for swimming, most penguins find walking difficult. To keep their balance as they waddle, penguins must lean forward and hold out their flippers. Many penguins, such as the rockhopper, find it easier to hop from rock to rock than to waddle. Some penguins, however, can move quickly on land. On soft snow, an Adelaide penguin can outrun a person. When penguins get tired of walking, they toboggan. They flop onto their belly and push themselves along with their flippers. Staying warm, keeping cool. It is not good for penguins to be too hot or too cold, so these birds have ways to control their body temperature. All penguins have a thick layer of fat called blubber under their skin. Blubber helps keep penguins warm because their body heat cannot escape through their thick fat. A penguin's feathers also keep it warm. The outer feathers are waterproof to keep cold water away from the skin. Fluffy feathers or down trap warm air between a penguin's skin and its waterproof feathers. When penguins feel too hot, they ruffle their feathers or hold out their flippers to let warm air escape. Baby penguins cannot fluff out their thick feathers. They flop down on their belly and stretch out their feet behind them. They release heat through the soles of their feet. Rookeries. Penguins nest in large groups called rookeries. Most penguins spend the year hunting far away from their rookery. They return to the rookery once a year to have babies. Some rookeries are on the shore. Others are inland. Some are on bare ice. Others are in forests and caves. In warm areas, rookeries are often underground. Rookeries range in size from a few penguins to more than 1,000,000. They are often crowded and noisy. You can smell a rookery from far away because of the guano or droppings. Despite their huge populations, most rookeries are orderly. Penguins leave small roadways between their nests and try not to disturb their neighbors, who might nip them if they get too close. Mating. Penguins usually choose the same partner or mate every year. The male reaches the nest site first and waits for the female to join him. Penguin couples are very excited to see one another again. A male without a mate points his beak straight up, flaps his flippers, and squawks loudly. He hopes that his ecstatic display will attract a female. When a single male tries to steal another penguin's mate, his attempt can lead to trouble. The two males stretch as tall as they can, puff out their chests, and try to bully each other into a bluffing contest. In a bluffing contest, one usually runs away before he is hurt. Baby penguins. Penguin babies are called chicks or hatchlings. Most female penguins have 1 or 2 chicks each year. The parents take turns brooding their egg. They guard the egg and keep it warm. Several weeks later, the chick hatches. The chick breaks a small hole with its egg tooth, a small sharp bump on the tip of its beak. The egg tooth will fall off after a few days. Penguins are good parents. Both mother and father penguins look after their eggs and chicks. Parents care for their babies until they are able to hunt for themselves. They also protect the chicks from enemies and harsh weather. The chick cracks the egg around the middle and pushes the halves apart with its feet. It takes up to 2 days to get out of the egg. The chick pecks at the bottom of its parent's beak to say, "Feed me." The parent then brings up or regurgitates food for the chick. Growing up. A penguin chick grows quickly. Soon, both of its parents have to hunt in order to feed it. While its parents are away, the chick huddles with other chicks for warmth and protection. A group of chicks is called a creche. Creches are guarded by adults that do not have chicks of their own. These guardians are also called aunties. Several weeks after it is born, the chick loses its baby down and its adult feathers start to show. Losing down is called fledging. Some scientists think fledging makes chicks grumpy. What is in the picture? Here is more information about the photographs in this book. The cover shows a mother and baby penguin. The title page has king penguins are very curious. Page 4, a creche of king penguin chicks. Page 5, Gentoo penguins live at sea for 3 to 5 months each year. On the top of page 6, we have emperor penguins can weigh 40 kilograms or 90 pounds. Page 6, bottom left, Adelaide penguins build nests by piling pebbles with their beak. Page 6, in the bottom right, scientists think that there are only 5,000 yellow-eyed penguins. Page 7, at the top, rockhoppers are the most aggressive penguins. Page 7, bottom right, Little blue penguins live in Australia and New Zealand. Page 7, bottom left. Magellanic penguins have a call like that of a braying donkey. Page 10. King penguins are almost as large as emperor penguins. Page 11. Macaroni penguins hop on 2 feet as rockhoppers do. Page 12 at the top. Emperor penguins live on Antarctica and in the oceans around it. Page 12 at the bottom. Magellanic penguins nest underground to escape from the sun. Page 13. Some Gentoo penguins live on the Falkland Islands. Page 14. King penguins can swim faster than most birds can fly. Page 15. Leopard seals chase penguins on land as well as in the water. 16 through 17. Gentoo penguins swim in freezing cold water. Page 18. Rockhoppers have claws on their feet to help them climb. Page 19 at the top. This Gentoo is tobogganing. Page 19 on the bottom. On land, Adelaide penguins can outrun leopard seals. Page 20. Adelaide penguins enjoy riding on floating ice blocks. Page 21. Gentoo penguins used to be called Johnny penguins. Page 22. King penguins do not travel far from their rookery. Page 24 at the top. These rockhoppers greet one another with a mutual display. Page 24 on the bottom. 2 king penguins are enraged in a bluffing game. Page 25, or sorry, not enraged, engaged in a bluffing game. Page 25, penguin mates, like these king penguins, are very affectionate. Page 26 on the left, Gentoo penguins brood their eggs for about 33 days. Page 26 on the right, chinstrap chicks are ready to hatch after 35 days. Page 27 on the left, penguin parents do not help their chicks hatch. Page 27 on the right, penguin parents regurgitate food for their chicks. Page 28, unlike these emperor penguins, chicks raised in warm areas do not form creches. Page 29, king penguin chicks stop. Page 30 at the top, this male emperor penguin will brood its egg for 6 weeks. Page 30 at the bottom, king penguins follow each other to sea. And this is the back cover. Hopefully you enjoyed that book about penguins.